Sign the check, or you're not leaving this house tonight. That's how my birthday started. No candles. No hugs. No happy birthday. Just a demand. My mother slid the check across the table like it was nothing more than paperwork. $320,000. My grandfather's gift to me. I didn't touch it. I didn't even look at the pen. That's when my father stood up, walked to the door, and locked it. Slowly. Deliberately. Then he turned his phone toward me. It was a picture of our front yard. Taken just seconds ago. A black SUV sitting outside. Engine running. "They're here," he said quietly. "Maya, you either help Ryan or they come inside." Before I tell you what I did next, tell me in the comments, what's the worst thing your family has ever asked you to do? I didn't panic. Because panic is expensive, and I couldn't afford it. You see, I don't work in emotions. I work in numbers. I'm a financial investigator. When something feels wrong, I don't react, I analyze. And right now, everything was wrong. There was a cupcake in the center of the table. Cheap, store-bought. One candle. Not even lit. I stared at it, and for a moment, I wasn't 31 anymore. I was 11. Sitting at this same table. Closing my eyes, making wishes that never came true. Wishing my parents would look at me the way they looked at Ryan. With pride. With love. With attention. Instead, I was invisible. Or worse, useful. I blinked and came back. My mother's fingers were gripping the check, so tightly her knuckles had turned white. My father kept glancing toward the window. They weren't celebrating my life. They were trying to cash it in. And in that moment, something inside me changed. The daughter in me disappeared. And the investigator took over. "If I sign that check," I said calmly, "Ryan won't survive the night." Silence. My mother frowned. "What are you talking about?" "That amount gets flagged instantly," I replied. "Anything above a certain limit triggers review. This, it'll freeze." My father swallowed. "How long?" "Days." I leaned forward slightly. "And those men outside? They won't wait that long." The room shifted. Panic moved from me to them. "So what do we do?" my father asked, his voice cracking. That's when I saw it. Not fear. Not concern. Greed. "We protect your assets," I said. Both of them looked at me instantly. "If they see this house under your name, they'll take everything, even after they get paid." My father's breathing got heavier. "And how do we stop that?" "We move ownership, tonight." I spoke quickly, confidently. Temporary transfer, private entity, clean record, fast processing. It sounded complicated. It sounded urgent. It sounded real. And that's all they needed. "Do it," my mother said immediately. Of course she did. She didn't care how it worked. She just cared that it saved them. I opened the laptop. The screen lit up the room. And in that glow, I made a decision. I wasn't helping them. I was collecting. Because this house, it wasn't theirs. Not really. When I was 19, I survived a major accident. A truck ran a red light. I spent months learning how to walk again. The settlement, $140,000. They told me they'd protect it. Invest it. Grow it. I believed them. I trusted them. They were my parents. 2 months later, Ryan got arrested. Drunk driving. Property damage. Should have been jail. Instead, top lawyer. Case disappeared. Guess where the money came from. That was the first time they took from me. But not the last. My college fund. Gone. My savings. Gone. Every unexpected expense. Ryan. Every time. And while they upgraded this house, marble floors, new furniture, expensive decor, I lived in a rented room with leaking walls, working double shifts, skipping meals, trying to survive. So no, what I was about to do wasn't betrayal. It was balance. You're doing the right thing, my mother said. I nodded slowly. Yes, I replied. I finally am. The documents appeared on screen. A property transfer. A new company. A new owner. Me. My father hesitated. Will this come back to us? He asked. I looked him straight in the eyes. The outcome always follows the transaction. He didn't understand, but he wanted to believe. They signed. Both of them. No more questions. Fear makes people obedient. The confirmation appeared. Transfer complete. Ownership changed. Give me the check, my mother said quickly. I picked it up, held it for a moment, then walked to the shredder and fed it in. The sound of paper being destroyed was louder than anything else in that room. You lied, she screamed. I turned back slowly. No, I said calmly. I calculated. I showed them everything. The company, the transfer, the ownership records. All legal. All final. You can take me to court, I added. But you'll have to explain what you just did. Silence. Because they knew. You have until tomorrow, I said. After that, it's official. I walked to the door, unlocked it, and stepped outside. There was no SUV. No lenders. No danger. Except me. 1 month later. The house was sold. The accounts were clean. The past settled. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't surviving. I was stable. My grandfather met me a few weeks later. He smiled and handed me another check. Same amount. Different purpose. This one, he said, is for you. This time, no one took it. I didn't look back. Because some bridges aren't meant to be repaired. If you've ever had to walk away from people who were supposed to protect you, just know this. You're not heartless. You're not wrong. Sometimes, walking away is the only way to finally move forward.